Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, this is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is actually like pretty good. The Spark content for this week looks super solid. Dark Matter Penny Hardaway, Dark Matter Reggie Lewis are two very, very solid cards that will likely both be elite. And then Cam Johnson, DeAndre Jordan, Keldon Johnson, both all three of them honestly are semi-interesting, at least Galaxy Opal options. I mean, DJ probably won't be that great of a shooter. Keldon Johnson's not going to be incredible, but Cam Johnson should be super solid. Like, as a whole, it's not bad. I mean, yes, it's another free point guard. They drop free point guards every single week. Every single week has got to involve a free point guard. But at least it's a good one. A big name, a tall 6'7", probably very, very good card in Penny Hardaway. Like, he's going to be very good and very fun. This is not bad. And then you have Reggie Lewis, who realistically will probably be the best card in the set. Like, I think he'll be better than Penny. So as a whole, this is an interesting set tomorrow for the Spark cards. Gotta say, not bad. This is probably the best Spark drop yet, and I think all of them have been at least half decent, but I think this one is probably going to be the best one yet. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, Penny Hardaway. We'll start with him. Penny already obviously has an opal, and it was a pretty good opal for his time. He is 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. In terms of his stats and badges, obviously they were already very, very solid, but I assume you're going to see a lot more completeness here. He'll have a movable enforcer. He'll have even better shooting badges. And his release, which is only on quick, will definitely be on very quick. My hope is that not only is his release on very quick, but they change his base. If they change the jump shot base in this card, you have a potential for one of the very best couple point guards in the game. If they don't change the jump shot base, he will be a little bit limited because of his jump shot. Now, that will not prevent him from being a very, very good free point guard still, but I think it might hold him back a bit from what he has the potential to be if his jumper does get changed. But I wouldn't expect his jumper to get changed. They haven't been changing jumpers on any of these Spark cards yet. I would assume you will see Penny Hardaway on very quick tomorrow as his jump shot, but that's honestly totally fine. I still think as a whole, this card has a lot of potential as a big, versatile, complete 6'7" point guard. Outside of that, Reggie Lewis is probably going to be the best card in this set tomorrow. Has Reggie Lewis gotten a card? He has, but it hasn't been since Season 1. This Dunktober card. 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan at shooting guard. I mean, this was a freaking Sapphire that had 86 speed in Excel. He's going to have 90-some-odd speed, 95, 99 driving dunk, something like that. He's going to be a capable defender. This Lonnie Walker base, I actually think is pretty good, and Kuzma's upper is pretty good too. I feel like I remember this release being really, really solid. I'm really going to real quickly pull up my 2K and check out his release if I can. But I think Reggie Lewis looks, I mean, this card is going to be really good. Because here's the thing. If y'all remember specifically this Reggie Lewis, from 2K22, the Clutch Time Offline or Clutch Time Online Wheel Spin reward. This was the best shooting guard in the game at the time when he came out and was just an absolutely exceptional card. And then he also got a 99 overall that was really, really good as well. And obviously this was a couple years ago. The badges were very different. It was a different game, but Reggie Lewis's animations are consistently good. And this year, I think that is going to be the case again. So Reggie Lewis, I mean, while obviously I think his Sapphire did not have great animations, you're looking at Pro Dribble style, mid SIGs. Obviously, I think you'll see a lot better SIGs tomorrow on Reggie Lewis. And I think as an overall card, you have yourself just, I mean, this is the card to me that truly jumps off the page at me as like a very, very good card from tomorrow's drop that could be competitive level top tier card. Now, DeAndre Jordan, Cam Johnson, Keldon Johnson, interesting. Not bad cards, I wouldn't say by any means, but I wouldn't say quite as good. By the way, real quickly, I did add Sapphire Reggie Lewis to my lineup real quick. Let's just real quickly hop into freestyle and see what his release looks like, because I just want to know. Oh, it's not quite as good as I thought it was. I'm not going to lie. That Lonnie Walker base isn't horrible. It's pretty quick. I'm not going to lie. Considering, I mean, I just greened with a 59 3-ball. I just greened twice with a 59 3-ball. Considering he has his release on normal on this card, yeah, he might be tough because that release isn't bad on normal. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was kind of slow, but it's really not bad. He's going to be a dog. Cam Johnson is the one of the opals that I will say is probably the most exciting to me. Cam Johnson, I don't think has a card this year as far as I know, besides his opal. Oh, this is 2K22. Sorry, but still. Cam Johnson, what card does he have this year? Does he have literally any? He has a ruby, I guess. This Series 1 reward. 6'8" with a 6'10" wingspan. He's only 6'8" this year. I thought he was listed as taller than that. That's a little smaller than I thought Cam Johnson was. For some reason, I thought he was like 6'10". I feel like he's had cards in the past that have been 6'10". Maybe I'm wrong, but well, 6'8" on that card last year too for the playoffs card. Maybe not. I might be wrong. Either way, Cam Johnson release, I don't know how good it is this year, honestly, because I haven't used him in the past. He's had a good release. If This is one of those cards who has the potential to be really, really solid at the small forward position, but I will say, looking at him now, he's going to be an elite level shooter, yes, but I'm kind of looking at it wondering if he's actually going to be complete enough defensively, athletically, and animation-wise to be an elite level shooter small forward, because I thought he was closer to 6'10", and 6'8" isn't quite as big. Not that that's a huge issue. I do assume that he'll still be very, very souped. I mean, they soup up all these cards at this point. He'll have great stats and badges, and I think he'll be a solid card. DeAndre Jordan, realistically, what you're looking at with him is a non-shooting center, probably kind of the same way that like a Clint Capella who came out last week was, where it's just like he hasn't had cards since season 3. To be fair, he's not gonna have a 25 3-ball, but he'll have 90 speed and great interior badges on both ends of the court, finisher and shooter. But he's only 6'11", and like, I mean, yeah, defensively, like I think realistically he's gonna be awesome. But he's very similar to this Capella card. 1 inch shorter is Capella, but they have the same wingspan. Like, this card came out last week. This is what DeAndre Jordan is probably going to look like. Mid to low 60s 3-ball, if somewhere around here. Like, Clint Capella's a complete non-shooter as well in real life. So my thought is that you're likely seeing basically a near carbon copy of what DeAndre Jordan is going to look like in a lot of ways. And that is a pretty mediocre card, especially considering he won't get his release changed, and Capella's release is actually good. DeAndre Jordan's is not. I do believe that will also kill the card, even if his release is on very quick. I just don't think he'll be a confident enough shooter to really be a dog. Then you got Keldon Johnson, who's just hard to get excited about quite because he's small. Like, he's 6'5", 6'9" wingspan. Like, not elite size, the shooting guard position, and like Sigs wise, he does have Trey Escape on his base card, which means he's going to have that tomorrow as well. If he gets a change dribble style, change behind the back, and a sped up release on very quick, which it probably will be, I think he'll be decent. This is an interesting drop. It is. If you're looking for a a shooting guard or a point guard especially, this drop is probably for you. And with last week them having dropped Kuzma as well as Bobby Jones as the motor reward for clutch offline, or clutch online, I should say. As a whole, I feel like they've done a pretty good job recently of like a decent balance of cards. Another good free shooting guard here with Reggie Lewis. Like, as a whole, these in-game rewards have been pretty solid this season. And then, like I was talking about, and like I will have another video coming on it in just a little bit, we got conference finals content coming as well this week. So that has the opportunity to present more free dark matters and more free content that hopefully will at least have 1 or 2 more cards that are really, really good. So I like the depth of the free content recently. I think they've done a pretty good job. I think this is a good drop this week for sure. And I'm pleased about Reggie Lewis, especially because I think he's going to be an absolute monster. As a whole, this should be a fun, good content drop tomorrow. And this is what we're looking for. I mean, I don't think it's that hard to make the community happy. Consistent, good, free content with big names that are actually viable cards. Like, you do that, people are going to be happy. You don't do that, people are going to be frustrated. I think it's relatively simple at the end of the day, to be honest. Like, you can scroll through these comments and see, I guess there are some negative comments, no doubt about it, but like, it's less. I'll say that. It is less. There's still a lot of negativity, and deservedly so. 2K deserves a lot of negativity, but it's not all negative. There's some positive today. And that's my point. It's not that hard to make this community happy. It's just they've done such a consistent and good job of destroying this community recently. It's going to take some time to build it back if they ever want to build it back. But today is a positive, so I will say that. So hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.